Just days before his inauguration, the US President Donald Trump launched his own cryptocurrency, the Trump meme coin. His wife, Melania, followed suit with her own. Trump has pledged to be the first ever crypto president. So, what does his support for digital assets really mean? Hello and welcome to Roundtable. I'm Enda Brady. Now, the US President Donald Trump has declared he wants to make America the crypto capital of the world. He once denounced Bitcoin as a scam, but is now embracing digital currency. So, what's behind this decision and how good will it be for America's financial wealth?
A sign that transactional is back from the US president. The launch of Donald and Melania Trump meme coins, making millions in trading fees, and a clear message of support to the crypto industry. One reinforced at the World Economic Forum in Davos, along with a commitment to fossil fuels and manufacturing.
The United States has the largest amount of oil and gas of any country on earth, and we're going to use it. Not only will this reduce the cost of virtually all goods and services, it'll make the United States a manufacturing superpower and the world capital of artificial intelligence and crypto.
It's a dramatic shift in Trump's stance on cryptocurrency. In 2021, he dismissed Bitcoin as a scam. Now, he signed an executive order to boost the industry, appointing its own czar.
Yeah, this is the crypto EO. We're going to be forming an internal working group to make America the world capital in crypto under your leadership.
Crypto insiders are celebrating the move. Many so-called Bitcoin bros made significant financial contributions to Trump's campaign. But the move has raised some questions over ethics and possible corruption. How will Trump's support of cryptocurrency influence the digital asset industry? And what does this mean for America's growth?
Well, let's meet our guests. Joining us from Washington, D.C., we have Sam Amsterdam. He's a Senior Policy Director at Unicoin. Also from Washington, we have Alex Crowther. He's a Senior Fellow at the Center for European Policy Analysis. In Los Angeles, we have Brad Yasar. He's the founder of Beyond Enterprises. That's a strategic advisory firm focusing on cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and token-powered organizations. And joining us from Marbella in Spain, we have Megan Nilsson. She's a Web3 strategic advisor and host of the Crypto Megan podcast. You're all very welcome, guys, to Roundtable. Megan, I'll come to you first. President Trump wants to make America, in his words, the crypto capital of the planet. Why is he doing this?
Wow. Well, yeah, actually, I had the pleasure of the honor of being able to speak in Davos this year during the WEF. And he did give a speech there where he proclaimed that he wanted to make America the crypto and AI capital of the world. And, I think it's because we need to take back the leadership in the U.S. We need to stop fumbling the ball here. I mean, innovation has been largely stifled under the previous administration. So I think this is his attempt to change that and to be on the right side of history.
Sam, to you, I mean, it looks like a huge opportunity for the United States having a president who's now pro-crypto.
Absolutely. And we were seeing the market trends, we were seeing the voter trends pointing in the direction of deregulation, pointing in the direction of calling out the antiquated policies of the previous SEC under Gary Gensler, and longing for the type of change that President Trump was promising the American people. He spoke, I believe, in keynote capacity at Bitcoin 2024 and was determined to make America the crypto capital of the world. There are going to be major announcements made about the future of digital assets in America. And certainly, despite the subtle retractions in the Bitcoin market of late, the bull run will continue.
Alex, to you, do the real people of the United States care about crypto? I mean, people who are working hard, they're worrying about their bills, their mortgages, food, childcare, healthcare, maybe not a lot of dollars left at the end of the month, and they don't have the money to invest in crypto. Is this in any way a priority for your average working class Trump voter?
It is not a priority for the people. Inflation is the major priority for people trying to make ends meet, trying to pay for groceries. But the thing is that, about half of the population supports President Trump, and about half of them love him. And so they may not have any money, but they're going to support what President Trump wants to do.
And Megan, to you, I mean, it seems to be quite a conversion, because there's a quote from Trump. He actually said less than 4 years ago that Bitcoin, these are his words again, seems like a scam. So he's gone from being a skeptic to a believer.
I think a majority of the people in the world, at least, with positions like that, have gone from a skeptic to believer. I mean, Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, said in 2017 that absolutely no clients were interested in this. And now he's suddenly saying it's a flight to quality, right? So it's just a bullish thing that people are starting to understand it more, and that they're starting to understand that this could change the world and it could change money as we know it. So I see it as largely bullish. And even Warren Buffett, who called it something like rat poison, has invested in Nubank, which is, a crypto-friendly bank. So we see the trend. We see how people are deciding to go. And one last thing I'll say is about the innovation side. I had Anthony Scaramucci on my podcast not too long ago, this past April, and he said, never bet against the US. You'll see people will come around. It's always been the capital of innovation and wanting technology to thrive. So we're seeing that now. And it is truly the beginning of the golden age, I believe.
Brad, to you, President Trump has jumped on board the crypto train. He was a doubter, and it seems that for people in the crypto sphere and the crypto world, this is a huge, huge positive.
It is a huge positive, because having a world leader support and openly back cryptocurrencies the way he does is a driving force. Even if it just drives the momentum in U.S., it's really good for global push towards more acceptance and implementation of blockchain and cryptocurrencies.
And Brad, the ambition the president has said for the United States to be the world capital of crypto, I'm guessing this is entirely possible?
I believe so. I mean, if you look at where blockchain projects started and how they evolved, the first years was mostly focused in U.S. and North America. And then once the United States government took an opposing stance to it, that's when a lot of the projects, a lot of the entrepreneurs started looking for other jurisdictions to build and proliferate their businesses and ideas. So everything coming back to U.S. only makes sense to me.
Alex, tell me, from a political perspective, how much of this is driven by the fact that Joe Biden was not that bothered about crypto and not pushing it, and suddenly Trump sees an opportunity to do something completely different to his predecessor?
I don't think it has anything to do with Trump and Biden. I think it has to do with the fact that Trump is a capitalist, first, last, and always, and he sees an opportunity to make some money, and he has struck.
You feel so this is just simply money, dollars, profit?
Absolutely. Trump, the reason he didn't believe in it before was because he wasn't making any money off of it, but now he is making money off of it, and so he's happy to embrace it.
And Sam, just on the issue of making money off it, let's go back to the inauguration. Literally hours before Trump's inauguration this year, he launched a meme coin. Just tell our viewers what a meme coin is and what kind of money that may have brought in for Trump Inc.
Well, it's the equivalent of an NFT, and I think that President Trump wisely saw the opportunity to position himself in the cryptocurrency and decentralized financial community as the brand that he is, and as the consummate capitalist that the Trump administration, the Trump family rather, has been historically, surrounding themselves by intelligent people that have advised the presidents to embrace the boons of cryptocurrency. The Trump meme coin has seen terrific success, and I would suspect in the days to come we're going to continue to see success of the meme coin, despite the very limited retractions due to the tariff policies of late that have since been withdrawn, or at least delayed.
So, Sam, Do people hold on to these things long term for the duration of a presidency, or do they sell them quickly? I mean, what advice would you give someone with a Trump meme coin?
I think it's important to follow the market trend and to treat it as a second job, to pay attention as to the ebbs and flows of meme coins, Trump and otherwise. To hold for a prolonged period of time, like Bitcoin, which I would strongly suggest is terrific. But at the same time, one needs to diversify their cryptocurrency portfolio because Bitcoin, for example, was not built for scale; it was built for anonymity.
Megan, is there a kind of feeling that people who support Trump will buy these in the way that maybe when certainly I was younger, if you followed a certain soccer team, you would buy and trade in player cards? Is there a feeling that, devout Trump supporters will get on board with these meme coins as a way of showing their devotion to the guy?
I mean, yeah, that's a really good question and a good point. I mean, he's basically a walking, breathing, living meme, right? Like all the stuff that he's been through and the people that are rallying behind him throughout this kind of entire period that he's just taking the punches and now coming to presidency. I think, there's a lot of people that are going to rally behind him and all the people that voted for him and a lot of people around the world that are bullish on that. So yeah, the unlocks for the tokens start in about 3 months and they'll go throughout the duration of the presidency. So I believe what's already been said as well, that it'll largely follow the macroeconomic scale and the ebbs and flows of crypto in general. But it did hit an $80 billion fully diluted value, which is massive. I mean, that's historic. So yeah, the last point I will make is Trump set a precedent by freeing Ross Ulbricht, right? The founder of the Silk Road, the creator of the Silk Road. And whether you like or dislike it, this is about decentralization. This is about this technology being able to flourish. And I think it just gives more people an opportunity to join. And meme coins have really solidified their place in this cycle. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. But I think overall it's a bullish thing and that it'll get more people involved in crypto.
And Megan, just final point to you on this. There was also a Melania meme coin launched as well. So she will have done well out of this, the First Lady.
Yeah, that's actually kind of, I'm also deep in the trenches with the crypto community, but I have the privilege of working with companies as well. So I see both sides. And I know that was a very interesting thing. It sucked quite a bit of liquidity out of the Trump coin right off the bat. I think it hit a $12 billion valuation. I don't know how many people will hold Melania over Trump because Trump is actually a meme. I don't know how many people identify with her as much, but yeah, some speculate that he did that before getting into office so that he could launch them both before actually taking the presidency and not just to dilute or take away from, to keep launching coins of everyone, so to speak. So yeah, I thought that was very interesting, but I think more people will flock to Trump.
Alex, can you imagine the outrage Trump would have expressed a few years ago if Joe Biden had launched a Biden meme coin just to make money hours before his inauguration? I mean, Trump would have been apoplectic over this.
Yes, but he is because of his popularity with half of the population here. They tolerate him doing that. It's just like he had the old post office in Washington D.C. converted into a hotel and made $3.7 million off of that. Traditionally, American presidents are supposed to serve the people and put everything into a blind trust. He has not. But there's complaints, but nobody's doing anything about it, and so he is happily making money.
Sam, a lot of discussion lately about the tariffs President Trump is bringing in and what he wants to do about various different countries. I notice a huge drop in crypto value. They reckon something like $500 billion wiped off in a matter of hours. Is that a concern for you in the crypto world going forward if the United States suddenly finds itself in this big trade war that is possible?
It's not a concern for me going forward. I think that the market speaks for itself, and the voice of the American people and the greater global crypto community have spoken that it is time for deregulation. It is time to invest in publicly reporting America first oriented cryptocurrencies. And I think that, yes, the tariffs and the looming threat of a trade war may impact the valuations for a marginal period of time. But the more intrepid investors see the long-term return on investment and will either bide their time, like we've seen over the last 48 hours with regard to the tariffs being suspended between Canada and Mexico, or will hold out and hold on to their investments in the deregulation and decentralized financial space.
So, Sam, there will be a lot of people watching this who are curious about investments and curious about crypto and have not yet dipped their toes in the crypto waters. What advice would you give someone from a standing position, having never invested in crypto before? Anyone who's somewhat curious about it, what would you say to them?
Well, it's interesting. As I'd said earlier, it's about, in my view, diversifying your crypto investment portfolio. As I'd mentioned, Bitcoin was not built originally for the purposes of scalability. It was built for anonymity, to anonymously invest and trade as a parallel currency. I would look to organizations that are publicly reporting. I would look to organizations that are asset-backed. I would do your own independent due diligence, work with your financial advisor, because this is a brave new world. And I think that getting the opinions and insights of third parties that have succeeded in the crypto market and then taking marginal investments based on those recommendations would be what I would advise a layman to do.
And Megan, the same question to you. What advice would you give people beginning their crypto journey? They may have been reading newspapers and websites and watching TV recently and hearing President Trump speak about it. What would you say to someone starting out?
Yeah, I do give a lot of newcomers come to me, especially from the traditional financial world, and they ask, like, how do we get started in this? What should we do? And first off, I would say, Bitcoin as a dollar cost averaging strategy over time is phenomenal, because then you're building up this savings in an asset that's hard money. And you had Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, during the WEF saying that Bitcoin, he was talking about the price prediction of 17 million if 2 to 5% of sovereign wealth around the world got in. So those were the conversations. And so I would say definitely have a look at Bitcoin as, that store of wealth, and then diversifying, as has already been said, to echo that, into maybe some of the bigger cryptos, potentially capitalizing on this made in the USA thing that Trump has been saying about zero capital gains, just studying as much as you can. I mean, you even have guys like Eric Trump, who came out yesterday and said, now looks like a phenomenal time to add Ethereum. Thank me later. So I would just start looking into it, studying as much as you can, and looking into, diversifying your portfolio into some of those top coins and getting your feet wet.
Alex, tell me, is there a worry here for the president that, him pushing crypto on people, and if he's got working class voters investing hard-earned dollars into this stuff and they don't make any money or they make losses, could that rebound on the Trump family?
No, I don't think so. I believe that his biggest problem is going to revolve around inflation, just like Biden. And so, although some people will lose money inevitably, there's always winners and losers. I don't think that will rebound on him. I think if he can't get inflation under control, that's going to cost him a lot more than crypto ever will.
Same question to you, Sam. I mean, do you think there's a political risk attached to pushing crypto so much for President Trump? I mean, it seems to be quite a volatile world, up one, down the next.
No, and I think the Crypto Council, folks like David Sachs being the tip of the spear in terms of advising the United States, the global investment community, to take a fresh look at cryptocurrency, the en masse deregulation within this industry, if you will. I think there's a healthy degree of separation, but at the same time, folks are tired of the antiquated financial institutions and are looking to diversify their investment portfolios. And the freedom that cryptocurrency allows, albeit with certain brands having records of public reportage and obviously being asset-backed, is harmless in my view long term, because I do think that cryptocurrency as a parallel exchange is inevitable.
Megan, what do you say to people who point out that there is a conflict of interest here, that rules and regulations, financial governing bodies are there for a reason, and the United States now has a president who appears to say it's, open season, crypto is king, queen, and let's do this? Do you think there is a conflict of interest?
I mean, just to echo what's been said, with David Sachs as the crypto czar and advising him on these topics, I believe that there is, like he said, a healthy degree of separation. But also, when the internet started in the 90s, the dot-com bubble, the Clinton administration, so this is regardless of which administration we're talking about, it's just the policies, had generally let it rip. They let the internet rip. They didn't try to get ahead of it. They didn't try to over-regulate. And I believe that that's what's starting to happen now with crypto. And it is decentralized. With great power comes great responsibility. And so, people are going to have to learn, but I believe that it's going to be balanced properly with all of the people that he has on the cabinet and advising him.
So, Alex, do you think the president can be trusted on this whole issue of regulation?
I am, as my colleagues on the panel have talked about deregulation, I believe that he and his crew believe in deregulation. They believe that our economy is being strangled by excessive regulations. They're using the European Union as an example of a formerly innovative area that has been strangled by regulations. And so I think certainly in that area, we're going to see a lot of pruning away of regulations, which is going to unleash the inherent capitalist tendencies of the American population.
Sam, let's bring Elon Musk into this conversation. Where does he fit in? We know he is a huge crypto evangelist.
Well, he's a disruptor, to be sure. He's been a huge crypto evangelist. I think he's a strategic advisor now on policy within the Trump administration, be it DOGE and government efficiency, be it to unshackling the American people from antiquated traditional financial institutions and enabling deregulation, enabling strategic investments in entrepreneurial and innovative fashion. So I would foresee him playing, he's got a pretty diversified job on a day-to-day basis external to the administration, but I would foresee him being a strong proponent of cryptocurrency and an advocate for the embrace of cryptocurrency in the United States, which has tragically been playing catch up to some other parts of the world that have embraced cryptocurrency long before it.
Megan, how does it excite you knowing that you've got the president of the United States whose head has suddenly been turned by crypto, and in his camp sits Elon Musk? What's this going to do for your investments?
It's incredibly exciting. This is the first pro-crypto president in history. Pro-cabinet, we're majorly pro-crypto now in this administration. And just to echo what I said before about what the Clinton administration did, they let the internet rip. As a result, we have Amazon, Uber, and all of these powerful companies based in the USA. That's what we can now do under the Trump administration. And I generally think that strong leaders tend to not to want to control. They let people be free. And weaker leaders want to take more control and have a more kind of draconian method. So it's incredibly bullish. We can thrive now. Their sky is the limit. And I'm really excited to see that. Now, with that will come goods and bads, but that's just part of figuring out this new decentralized world. And it is time to update the system. And yes, it's incredibly bullish for our investments as well that we have pro-regulation coming in. Absolutely.
Alex, away from the United States, if this crypto revolution takes off and people make an awful lot of money, what will it do for crypto in other countries? Will a rising tide lift all crypto ships, so to speak?
Absolutely. There are already countries like El Salvador that recognize crypto as a currency. And so I think we will see more and more of that. I think areas like Europe will do well. I think Russia and China probably won't. China, Xi is all about controlling the economy. And so I think he's going to be uncomfortable with that because they don't like things that they can't see and can't control. So yes, there's going to be a lot of money to be made in crypto around the world, but it will be regional.
Sam, to you, at what point will ordinary Americans feel the benefit of this crypto revolution then? Is there likely to be a shakedown effect where they will eventually start seeing benefits?
We're already seeing it. We're seeing the once layman financial investor now reaping the benefits of cryptocurrency. And again, I advised a diversified investment strategy to those layman audiences that are looking at cryptocurrency for the first time, that were MAGA Trump supporters and are looking to emblemize what he had prognosticated to be the future of finance. And so I would look to America First organizations, crypto brands that are looking to revitalize the American entrepreneurial spirit in the arena of finance.
And Megan, final point to you. It must be an incredibly exciting time to be involved in crypto when you've now got the most powerful person on earth and he's fully behind what you're doing?
Oh, absolutely. And, I advise for a lot of these companies that I believe will be groundbreaking and really revolutionizing this space. And they've been going through hurdles and kind of building in the dark, not knowing what will happen to them, if they'll get sued or something, they'll get shut down. Now they're able to innovate like we've never seen before. I mean, companies bringing property rights on chain, things like that. We can now be free to do that in the US. And there's nothing more liberating than being able to have that freedom back in the USA and be able to be the capitalist country that we are and to thrive in doing so. So that is just super exciting to me, and I'm very excited for the future of this space.
So in short, Megan, President Trump is the best thing that could have happened this year for crypto.
I mean, a pro-crypto administration, absolutely. If we had 4 more years of a draconian SEC, I don't know what would happen to this space. Typically, we're used to hurdles, and I think Bitcoin has died 1,000 deaths over the year. But I mean, it's just the timing of it is impeccable. Kathy Wood, who was just on a space not too long ago, said the technology is ready. It's time to get out there and implement it now, and now we can. So it was super important, and I think now, Michael Saylor says we'll have the gold rush of Bitcoin until 2034. Very good times ahead indeed.
Megan, Alex, Sam, and Brad, thank you all so much for your insight on this one. Remember, you can see more discussion and debate on our YouTube channel. Search for Roundtable TRT World. But for now, from me, Enda Brady, and all of the team here, goodbye and thank you for watching.